Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Trends again. In this video tutorial, I'll be introducing you to a powerful tool which I have created using Microsoft Copilot Studio and seamlessly integrated into Power Pages. So this Copilot agent is designed to help you manage and optimize farmers or gardeners' tasks very efficiently. Some of the key features I have included in this tool is interactive adaptive cards. Then interactive adaptive cards we are using for like getting information from the users about the crop, and they can save the information after submitting the adaptive card form. You can save it into a Dataverse table by using a Power Automate flow. And then there is an automated recurrence flow which will pass a message to the users through SMS as a notification, like watering plants every day. So a particular time we have fixed for that. So, and then there is efficient data storage with Dataverse, that is information from the adaptive cards is securely stored in a Dataverse table, which ensuring your data is organized and easily accessible. So join me as I walk you through the step and functionalities of the Copilot agent and how I have done this setup. Let's make managing your task smarter and more enjoyable together. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tech innovations and tutorials. Thank you. Let's start with our practical session. I have logged into my Microsoft Copilot Studio environment, and here please select this plus create, and you can use new agent tile to create a new agent. Yeah, there is agent support also to create your agent. You can just provide the information here and it will create accordingly, or else you can skip to configure create. Okay, so directly you will reach into a Copilot Studio creation environment. There you can pass your values there. So I'm just directly going to create it. Okay, let it load completely and then we can edit it. Okay, I'm providing my agent name as Garden Guide, and the description what I'm going to do is a helpful assistant for home gardening enthusiasts, providing tips, advice, and troubleshooting for plant care and maintenance. Then for the instructions, so I have multiple instructions. I'm just providing that instructions here. Provide users with tips and advice on home gardening, answer questions related to plant care, watering schedules, and pest controls. Provide personalized advice on planting schedules, watering reminders, and pest control. Avoid providing medical or health related advice. Do not access. Okay, so there are so many. So do not discuss topics unrelated to gardening. So this agent is particularly for gardening details only. Now I'm going to add a knowledge. So for that, here I am having an, a public website. So I'm just taking that URL of my website, and in the knowledge, add knowledge, and here public website I'm using. So here we're passing this and add. Okay, I have added a public website. Okay, it has been added. Now I'm saving my agent details. It is successfully saved, and now I'm going to enable the generative AI. To determine how best to respond to users' queries, it is enabled. Now here, going to topics, because we have already added the knowledge. Okay, if you want to add more knowledge links, you can add more knowledge links as well. Now here, coming into the topics and in the conversation start message, so I want to edit this message. Test your agent section, you can see the message. So I want to edit that message. So here on the conversation start topic, and then I'm going to take the message. It is like I am helping home gardening assistant. So there is already it is written I'm a virtual assistant, and the name of also it is provided. And here I'm helping home gardening enthusiasts, providing tips, advice, and troubleshooting for plant care and maintenance. I'm also reminding you about the watering schedule for plants every day. Okay, so this is I have added. And here also I want to add a video. So for that, just click on this three ellipse and then add and video. And there is an open source video which I am using. Here in the media URL, you can add your YouTube video link and then save. So you can see over here, it is loaded with the video and the message. Now refresh it. You can see this. Okay, the message, the conversation start message has been changed in this way. Now our next is we are going to ask a question along with this message, like, do you want to submit your crop information? So before that, we are going to add a table named crop information. So for that, in Power Platform, the table section, from the new table drop down, table advanced properties and display name, I'm providing info crops. And here in the advanced options you can expand, and here, okay, and I'm not going to change anything over here. So type standard and record ownership, user or team, and the rest of the things default as it is. I'm not going to change. Now in the primary column, I'm just adding the primary column crop ID, and here it is expand advanced option. So business required, yeah, primary column, that means it's required column, and then save. Yeah, now my table is ready with the primary column crop ID. I'm going to add multiple columns as well here. So the first column would be the username, and this is a single line of text, and I'm just saving it. I'm not going to change anything over there. Then coming into the next crop name also single line of text, saved. Now crop type, that's also single line of text. Now quantity, okay, quantity is a number, it's a whole number. Okay, there is no format providing, and it's a simple behavior, and click save. Then planting date, this also I'm keeping as single line of text, not in a date format. And then if you want to add any additional notes, we can add that too. So here for that, additional notes about the crops. Okay, so additional notes. So here I'm going to provide a format as rich text or text area, just providing. So multi-line text will be added there. Okay, so these are my columns and my table is ready now. Informa crops. Now go back to the Copilot Studio environment, and here I'm going to add a question first. So that is, do you want to submit your crop information along with this conversation start message? So for that, here click on add or node, and here ask a question, and I'm providing the question, do you want to submit your crop information? And this variable I must have to be, okay, this is global. So make this variable as global, because this variable will store the user responses, and the value of this variable we will use outside of this environment and multiple topics as well. So for that purpose we are keeping this as global. Now I'm going to add new option. So this is one option, and another option is no. Okay, so two options I have created. Now you can save it. So here you can see by default or automatically two conditions has been added. So like these two, based on these two options which we added for this question, yes or no. So the user response will be yes. Then what is going to happen? We should configure here, and the user response is no. What is going to happen? We should configure this. Okay. Now for the no, I'm just going to pass a message here. That is, please provide your queries related to gardening plants. Okay. And now if yes is the condition, then we are going to add an adaptive card. Okay. So for here, just clicking on the properties, and here I have the script, and here I have added, and just open this in the adaptive card designer. Okay, and here I will explain this code. It's a JSON script, and here you can see this is the format of, and this is the way this card will looks. Okay, here I have added an image, you can see over here. So this text block, garden guru corporate crop information, so here it is, this text block I have added for that. Then there is the image, okay, type image, and the image URL I have added, and there is an alt text, and then there is next text block, please provide information about your crops. So we can provide it as, okay, like weight boulder. Okay, so here I'm just providing like okay, so now it has become bold, and then type input text, okay, your name, username. So enter your name and placeholder your name, then input text, crop name, then input number, crop quantity, and planting date. Planting date also I have keep as input text, so it would be a text format. And then the additional notes I have given additional notes input text as well for here. So it's multi-line, yeah, it's multi-line. And then there is a button, submit. Okay, so this is what I have added here. So you can see the format over here for this card. And after that we can save this. Now after submitting, what is going to happen? So before that, we should have to we have these variables, okay, which generated by this adaptive card. So we have to make these variables as global, because these variables we are going to access globally. So just select that variable, and here the variable properties pane, you just click on global. So that's it. So it became global in this way. Okay, now save it. Now after submitting this, we should have to pass a message to the user that you have successfully submitted your crop information, and then while submitting it, it should save in the table which we have created in Power Platform as well. So for that, first we are going to add a node for call on action. The call on action, so here I'm going to create a flow. It will redirect to a Power Automate environment, and here we can create a flow to submit our details, this data, the user crop information details to our database table. So now click on this run a flow from Copilot, then add an input text. The first is username, then it's a text. So then there is next is crop name, next is crop type, and the one is quantity. Quantity is a number, so you should have to make sure we have selected number. So quantity, then here it is another one, additional notes. Okay, so these are the items, right? So just check over here in the term table. So crop name, crop type, quantity, planting date is there. Okay, so then that is also in text, planting date. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fields we have added, 6 inputs. Now we are going to add a Dataverse row. So select the Microsoft Dataverse by clicking on this plus icon and then add a new row. Here you have to select the table which you have created, Informas crop. Yes, here our table, and then the crop ID we can add as a GUID for this. And just add, and then here for the showing advanced parameters, so additional nodes we need crop name, crop type, Informa crops, this is a table name we don't need, planting date, and then quantity, then the username. So these are the 6 fields we are having. So we have added all this, and now we need to binding it with the input. So here additional nodes, here we have added, then for the crop name added, crop type added, planting date added, then quantity number, then the username also text, have added everything. Okay, so now our flow is ready. We're going to provide a name, garden crop flow. Save this and then you can publish it. It is published now. Now go back to your Microsoft Copilot Studio environment and click on Done. So it will be available. The flow which we have created available here. we can select this garden crop flow. Now here we are going to add this or binding this variable with the Power Automate inputs. So these are the Power Automate inputs from this action flow, and we have to bind this input variables with the Copilot Studio variables. So for that, username, here username to add, then the crop name added, crop type added. So make sure your all variables are globally accessed. Additional nodes, then the planting date. Okay, so already now, so this flow will save whatever the information passed into that adaptive card flow form by the user, and then we have to pass a message to the user, so thereby user also can understand, so our their details submitted successfully. So for that, send a message to the user. So add a message, successfully submitted your crop information. Then save it. Okay, so here now we can test our agent. For that, just refresh over here. So now you can see the conversation start message changed, and there is a video added, and there is a question also. Do you want to submit your crop information? Just click on yes. So it should provide the card form, and we have to submit. So here it is, crop information. Please provide information about your crops, and here my name I'm providing Sina, and then the crop name, it would be lotus, then crop type flowering plant, then quantity 12, planting date, okay, and the additional nodes, pink color lotus, okay, and then we can submit it. Okay, so now you can see successfully submitted your crop information. We can check it in our table where it is saved or not, the data. Yeah, it is available. So crop ID, so this is GUID we have passed, and here is the details of our crop. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, so firstly one more flow I'm going to create, so that is about a recurring flow which is going to execute every day in the morning, and we can pass a message, an SMS to the user phone. So for that, how we can do that? So here my flows, a scheduled cloud flow, and this is a garden flow, garden crop flow, and it is has to be started the date. Okay, so you can provide the date, and here repeat day. So every day it will have to And here how we have to configure. So recurrence is ready. Now we are going to add an SMS notification by using a Twilio. So there are so many connectors for this. Okay, so you can send an SMS. So I am using send text message SMS. So here we have to provide a phone number. So I have a phone number here because I already have an account on this. You just create an account. You can create a free account in Twilio and there you can configure. And here the phone number, to the phone number, in which phone number your user's phone number you can add. So here you can have multiple phone numbers in input, and you can provide like, okay, while getting the details from the information you can add a phone number also. Like, so here I didn't add anything like such that. So here I'm just giving my phone number only. And then here the text. Okay, so the text you can add like time to watering, or okay, in such a way you can provide that. Okay, I have given my phone number. And then here, okay, phone number you should have to provide is like a plus sign, so that is better to. So every day user will receive an SMS from this flow. Okay, so this is the way you can provide a schedule to flow recurring every day and pass a message, an SMS to the user's phone. Now coming back to Power Pages. So I'm going to add this Copilot into a Power Page. So for that, firstly, I'm going to create a website in Power Pages. So there are ways to create the site. So we can describe here the site in which way we want. So I'm just providing a description over here in which way I want the site. Okay, Garden Haven and English. Okay, yeah, the name it is looks good. And here it is. Yes. Now next, just selecting this page. Doctors, gardening tips, flowering plants, vegetable gardening. Okay, now click on add. So it will take a little bit time to complete the setting up of the site. Okay, so my site is ready, and here it is asking for enabling Copilot. So we can do this, okay, or try later. I will show you in how we can add this in later. Okay, so this is my site, and now these are the pages on this site available. You can see a preview. Okay, setup is not finished, so we'll go for completing the setup. Now I'm going to click on this setup, and here, so this model is enhanced model, and here you can see there is an option under Copilot, add Copilot. Okay, just click on add Copilot, and here you have to create Copilot, or here, okay, just enable. Okay, in the Copilot, add Copilot to site section, you just go for create Copilot and enable Copilot on site. Okay, so now it is enabled. Now, if we are checking this, okay, so test Copilot, so it will by default, Copilot is permission request if asking, so just accept it. Okay, so here you can see the site is ready, and then there is an icon for the Copilot. So here this is Garden Haven bot. Okay, so this is which is by default enabled with this Power Page. So I want to add the Copilot which I have configured in my Copilot Studio. So how we are going to add that in our Power Pages, that we are going to do next. So now going back to data. So we have seen already that our Copilot, or our the setup is in an enhanced model. Okay, so this name and the data model is in an enhanced way. Okay, so it is, so there should be two types of models, so standard and enhanced. So either standard we can use or enhanced we can use. Okay, so firstly, just to go back to our Copilot Studio and then go to the settings. So before that, just to publish, we didn't publish this agent, so just publish this agent first. After publishing it, just go to the settings. So we need the schema ID of this, or schema name of this particular agent. So the schema name we are going to add there in the Power Pages data model. Okay, so here our agent is published, and click on settings and click on advanced, select metadata, and here you can see schema name, you can copy to clipboard. You can paste somewhere or else also no problem. So come over here in the page and here in the data, just search for site component table. Site component table, yes, it is there. And then from the site component table, component type, just filter the component type. So this is the component type, and here, yeah, board consumer is already filtered by. So if it is not filtered by, so you just okay, select equals, and from here you can select the board consumer. Okay, so board consumer is already there, and here it is. Okay, so the content you can see, just select this row and edit row using form, because that's our site. Okay, now here the board schema name, here you can just add the schema name which we have copied from the Copilot Studio advanced section. Okay, and then save and close. You can see now this row's board schema name, it is changed to our Copilot Studio. This is okay, schema name. Now we are going to refresh this page whether it is added or not. We are just checking it out. Okay, Copilot is there, so just it's asking for again login. For okay, just checking another. Okay, something is unexpected happened, so just go back to the Copilot Studio, and then in the channels, okay, we need to publish this as like, okay, accessing, it will ask for, otherwise it will ask for the login, so we don't need to go for login it again. So for that, okay, we are just providing it as like authentication, no authentication. Okay, so for the security, no authentication, I have add selected, and it just save. Close this and again publish it. Refresh the page, or else you can. Okay, so now my Copilot is ready. So hello, I am garden guide. Okay, so Copilot is asking for the question as well, do you want to submit your crop information? Yes. So now it is giving the adaptive card, so I'm just providing the name, username, crop name, water lily, then the crop type, flowering plant, then the quantity 10, and the date, okay, and the additional notes, it's white color lily, and submit. successfully submitted your crop information. Okay, we can see, we can just check our table, okay, whether it is added or not, just to refresh. Yeah, it is added. Okay, so here water lily, flowering plant, and this. Okay, so this is the today's section, practical session for how to create a Copilot agent by using Copilot Studio, by adding adaptive cards, videos, then to save the information from the adaptive cards to the Dataverse tables, and how to incorporate this Copilot Studio agent into our Power Pages. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the session. So if you have any doubts or any kind of additional requirements or additional questions you have, please comment below. Thank you for watching.